Hello, welcome to Fireside Chats with a Realtor. I'm your Realtor, or real estate agent, or a person that wants to help you buy or sell a home. Justin Gannon with Keller Williams Realty Southwest right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. What I want to talk about today is the inevitable crash. Just kidding. That's what everyone thinks is going to happen. I'm here just to kind of explain again what's happening in the market today, what we think may happen in the near future, and then obviously tell you that we can't predict the long-term future. So this week again, for the third week in a row, inventory dropped. We are now in the 3,000s mark of resale single-family homes that are available for you to purchase. So as we've been saying for months on end, is that our supply and demand is showing that there is more demand than supply, therefore prices rise. So this week, we had a little more than 3,700 homes on the market. 1 year ago, the same week, we had almost 6,000 homes. So not 50% of the inventory yet, but we're getting there. And that is a good and a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. Specifically, the amount of houses going under contract each week, which again is buyers making an offer and a seller accepting an offer, therefore it goes into contract, is equal to or greater than what happened a year ago. Usually during this time of the year, as Christmas time rolls around, holidays, New Year's, from Halloween to Thanksgiving through January, sales goes down because people are less likely to move unless they really need to, but it's the holiday season. What we're seeing though is that these numbers are staying up, they're staying strong, and they've been consistent for the majority of the year. Now, as always, where are these buyers coming from? Well, let's obviously start with locals, people that live here in Las Vegas. Interest rates are so low, about an average of a point or percent less than a year ago, that these houses are actually much more affordable than they were a year ago, even though the prices are higher. Your monthly payment is actually lower. So you have locals that maybe they've been renting for a while and they saved up enough money to buy a house, and they go find the home of their dreams and they want to live in it for 5, 6, 10 years, and they realize that their monthly payment was actually cheaper than it was a year ago. You have others that are taking advantage of the market and they're selling their house, they're cashing out, they're keeping their equity, and then maybe they're buying a new house for themselves. This way they're kind of moving money over, they're pocketing some of the profits, and now they're getting a lower payment on their new house. Obviously, another market is people that are moving here from out of state. As anybody can guess, there's a lot of people leaving California for a variety of reasons. I've had people tell me that they're tired of the fires that are in California, so they want to move. Obviously, there's tax advantages of states like Nevada and other states that California does not have. Obviously, the property value is much more higher and more expensive, and people actually want to own a house instead of rent. So with that said, the amount of people that are moving here is a lot. In fact, CNBC this week came out with a list of the top 10 cities that people are migrating to during COVID, and Las Vegas ranked 9th in the country. And they're saying that for every one person that moves out of Las Vegas, 1.32 people move in. And that includes the surrounding areas. That's Las Vegas, that's Henderson, and that's North Las Vegas, obviously the Clark County area. So people are moving here. Economically as a city, hey, COVID obviously took a hit on us, but we're much more diverse than we were the last time there was an economic depression of this magnitude in Las Vegas. We're much more stable. The city is bigger, and the highways are going out more wide. There's more places to live, there's more places to work, to shop, to dine, etc. And we're investing in the city ahead of time before all this happened, and I believe we're still going to continue to invest as well. We have multiple new casinos opening up. We have a football stadium that is ready for 65,000 person events to come to town and fill up our tourism corridor once again. Once that happens again, obviously we have the new T-Mobile Arena, the Golden Knights over the last couple of years. Amazon coming to town, Google's coming to town. There's a lot of things happening right now. And people are looking at Las Vegas as a place to potentially live. Great weather, no state income tax, affordable houses, and good quality of life, all things considered right now. So that's what's happening right now in Las Vegas. And so because of that, because there's so much demand for houses, because the interest rates are so low, and because there is no supply at all, like I said, we're in the 3,000s for single-family resale homes. This is not counting new construction. This is not counting high rises. We have seen prices skyrocket, to be all honest. Our average price is about $100,000 more than a year ago. But we prefer to look at the median price, because the median is the bell curve, and you have in the middle of for the amount of houses that have sold. And our median is about $50,000 more than a year ago. It doesn't mean your house, though, has earned or gained $50,000 of equity, but it means that overall the median price point of a house being sold in Las Vegas is $50,000 more than it was a year ago. So again, people have been asking or hoping if they want to buy a house for some sort of crash. But you have to look back to 2008, 2009 when the first crash happened. We had over 20,000 houses on the market. Over 20,000 houses. Like I said, now 3,700. And so the inventory just isn't there. The amount of people that may potentially foreclose, we cannot predict, but we expect that number to be very low. Just the people in general that are using forbearance, or maybe they've missed a payment so far, maybe in a pre-foreclosure, it is so significantly low that we're not really expecting that much to happen in the next few months. Obviously, we have a COVID vaccine that just started this week, and once that's shipped out, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to predict, but obviously we're crossing our fingers and toes that next summer, things return more to normal than they were before. So with that said, recently I did a video about the seasonality curve, which basically shows that people are slow to buy houses and sell houses in January and February, picks up March, April, May. As school starts to get out, people decide to move over the summertime because their kids are out of school, the weather's great nationwide, it peaks and then it starts to go down as the holiday season starts again. With this low of inventory at this point, and if the inventory does not rise as we hit March, April, May, as school starts to get out, people look to where they're going to move to. Obviously for personal reasons, but also, finally they may feel like, okay, we're comfortable now. We were comfortable with what's going on with the pandemic. We're comfortable where we are as a family. We're comfortable as we are as a person, that I'm ready to move. And if we don't get those inventory numbers up, and all these buyers come in March, April, May, like they've been all year, but it goes back to normal, we're going to have even a bigger shortage. So, which would be a good thing if you're selling your house. If you're selling your house, you're going to get, probably the most amount of money ever possible. But if you're trying to buy a house, you're going to be competing with a ton of buyers that, with limited inventory. So your offer might go against 10 to 15 other offers, because that's happening today. And this is 2 weeks out from New Year's. We can only imagine March, April, May. So with that said, keep that in mind. If you're thinking about buying a house and you want to live in it for 5 to 10 years, think about doing that now before your competition goes even higher, and you can afford to buy it today, and your offer might be the best offer available for the seller. And if you've been on the fence about selling your house, or you've just been thinking about selling a house, or you want to sell your house within the next year, you should consider doing it now to get ahead of the game. Do it now, get ahead of the game, so that you're not competing against brand new people listing their houses in March, April, and May in the next summertime. If you do wait that long, that's fine. You're going to sell your house. As long as the house is priced good and looks nice and is in location. We can't fix the location, but as long as the location is good, you're going to sell your house. So that's almost not a concern. But your competition will be higher, and you want to get the most money as possible. So these are some things to consider as we look towards 2021, which will be a great year, hopefully, for everybody in the world. And looking forward to potentially working with you if you're watching this video. Feel free to direct message me or comment wherever you see this video online. And as always, if I can help you, please let me know. Have a great day. Happy New Year.